Well, joining us now, we have a very special guest, Miss Tamron Hall, nationally syndicated talk show host and journalist. It is so great to have you with us. We're talking about something that is so near and dear to your heart, and unfortunately is something way too prevalent, not only across the country, but here in Louisiana as well. And we're talking about domestic violence. So thank you first for being with us and sharing your advocacy on this issue. We want to talk about something that really isn't thought a lot about when we talk about domestic violence, and that's the relationship between victims and their pets. Tell us a little bit more about this relationship and how it kind of exacerbates a problem that's far too common.
Well, Jaron, I've talked about survivors of domestic violence for many years as a reporter, for 30 years. And then in 2004, after losing my own sister to an incident of domestic violence. But it wasn't until about a year and a half ago that I learned that 48% of survivors of domestic violence don't leave their home because they can't take their pets to the shelter. So they know that there's help for them, but they can't leave that fur family member, if you will, behind. And I understand that, being a pet owner and a pet lover. I could never imagine, though, being in that situation, that life or death situation, and saying, okay, what do I do? And that's where we want to step in and help people to make that decision, to say, not only can we help you, but we're going to help your pet as well. And so the goal with the Purple Leash Project, along with Purina, is by the year 2025, to be able to have 25% of the shelters in your area, all around the country, 25% of the shelters be specially equipped to not only help the survivors of the domestic violence, the moms, the dads, the children, but also the family pet come along with them to get that help and support. So it's a remarkable conversation. It's one, as I said, and you just mentioned, I didn't know about all of these years of reporting on it, but now we know. So how do we impact a change? And that's what the Purple Leash Project set out to do. We want, by the year 2025, to have 25% of the shelters around the country equipped to take in these pet family members too.
That's so awesome, and it's so relevant as we talk about May being National Pet Month. And so how can our viewers, our listeners, how can they help this Purple Leash Project in really making this mission come to life?
Well, in addition to sporting purple maybe on your social media with your pet and tagging Purple Leash Project, we're also asking that you go to purpleleashproject.com/petmonth and find the information there. If you're in a pet store, keep an eye out for specially marked products, Purina products, that highlight the Purple Leash Project. So there are many ways to move this ball forward. A big part of this, obviously, is just having the conversation, you using this platform that you have. We talked about seeing me on TV in Chicago, and now look at you. You're on air in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, inspiring a whole new generation of young journalists by using this time to help people in your community. So it's just the power of our voices and uniting together. So whether you're on TV or not, whether you're home watching right now, we're all on the same team, and that's the team of moving things ahead in a positive way. So here's a challenging conversation that together we can join forces and impact change in someone's life, because the numbers are 1 in 4 women are impacted by domestic violence, 1 in 3 men. So those are our sisters, our brothers, our aunts, our uncles, our neighbors, and in many cases, children that we know and love. So I'm just honored to be able to be on with you and watch your career grow, but to be able to join forces with you and the station to help people in the community.
Absolutely, and it is such an important cause, and as we mentioned at the top, something that is far too prevalent here in Louisiana. But as you mentioned, we all have a part and a role to play in creating a community that we want to see, a community that's more equitable for all of us. So we appreciate you for sharing your story and your advocacy for this project, the Purple Leash Project. We'll have more information on how you can get involved right here in our community on our website, weareproud.com. Ms. Tamron Hall, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, we'll be right back.